Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. I am back in my Art for Anthropology book for my inspiration. It is a color explosion today. At least that's what I'm hoping. And I am creating joy for myself. I need a little bit of that. I need to feel happy and joyful. The weather has been so yucky, and I really want some spring and some sunshine, so I'm going to create it today in here. I also want to feel better and feel this kind of sickness leave me, and so I'm creating joy today because that's what I need. A couple things before I dive into the explanation. Today's the last day for the nesting, my newest workshop, nesting early bird pricing. If you love layering papers, making papers, grungy backgrounds, this workshop is for you. It's for all skill levels. It's a really fun way to put projects together. It's my favorite. It's my go-to. So and then you throw in some birds and some nests, and what else do you need? So check that out if you are so interested. Today is the last day for the early bird pricing. The stencils that I use today will be on sale, and I'm not exactly sure which ones I'm going to be using. So all of the links and the blog post link will be down below in the YouTube description box so that you can grab, you can look at the supplies that I'm using and grab those, or you can grab the stencils. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you. I don't think so. I think that is it. So I'm going to go over how my thought process is going to go on this, and then we'll get creating. Okay, so let me go to my spot here. I had it marked and then I closed it. There's so many pages, so many goodness. There it is. Okay, so here's look at that. This is really what I'm working from right here, this one. This is how I want my art to look, as close to as possible, I think. Now, of course, I'm not going to have paint cans. And I've thought about different options to kind of mimic this. I thought about foam board or cardboard or that kind of thing. But I really want to create something not quite as textural. But I love the colors, the color explosion. It just makes me happy. So very happy. Okay, so let me set this aside. And okay, so I'm working on a 12 by 16 canvas. I want to go a little bit bigger so that I had some working space for all those drips. Out here, let me just show you what I've got here. You can't see it on the canvas. So I just have some circles. And this is going to represent my paint cans. Now, this is Canva paper. It's nice and thick and sturdy, and it's got a little bit of depth to it. And so I've cut out just a bunch of those. I took caps that were on my table and just circled around them and cut them out. This is the paper I'm using, Canva paper. It's 136 pound. I wanted something a little bit stronger because I'm going to paint these in the colors that I've chosen. And then once I paint those, I'm going to come back and work on my background. Now my background, I'm going to be using just a bunch of random scraps that I have on my table. Most of all of these are available in the subscriber library and the membership library for collage papers. So I'm just using what I have left over to kind of cover this. And I want some grungy things. I want some numbers. I want all of that. But I'm going neutral for the background. And then once I put my papers down, I'll use matte, medium, or matte gel. Probably matte gel so that I don't have too much wrinkles. And I've got some give in my canvas already, so matte gel. Once I got my papers down, then I'm going to come back in with my color and really kind of block out areas. And I'm going to leave this area not quite so painted so that the drips really show up, and so do the papers. But what I've got out here is I've got my fluid acrylics because they're more fluid and I can water them down and the color intensity can stay. I also have I don't have it. The reason I chose my fluid acrylics is because I thought about using high flows, and I still might in a couple of the colors, because I can just drip right onto them. But I don't have all these colors in my high flows. So I've got raw umber, Payne's gray, teal, Hansa yellow, green gold, quinacridone magenta, and Indian yellow hue. And these are like all my favorite colors. So that makes me happy. Plus I'll be using black and white gesso for my whites, and that'll change the value if I want to lighten them up or darken them up, because, you know, I'll change some of the value as I do the drips and things so that we've got some contrast. Once I block that out, I'll put my circles on and do some drips. I am going to do like a bold kind of graphic stencil in the background. And I am not sure if, because I thought about doing X's. I thought that would be kind of cool. And then I also have my scribble, or I don't remember what stencil it is. I'll have it listed for you. But I thought about doing this, and I'm just going to do it all the way down from top to bottom. Just kind of a real bold, kind of offset the piece, so we kind of have some drama. And probably in black or raw umber, something like that, just to really make it stand out. Whatever stencil I use, it will be on sale for you. I may use a couple, who knows. It'll be on sale for you in the shop. And let's see, what else do I have? I don't think, oh, the other thing is, I have a quote that really spoke to me this week, and it says, "Color can speak to the soul in 1,000 ways." And that's one of the things I was like, ooh, color. I want to do a Sunday inspiration that's full of color. So I went to my book, and here it was. And so, color can speak to the soul in 1,000 ways. That's by Oscar Wilde. So that's going to be my quote on here somehow, some way, printed or something like that. So those are my ideas. It's not a difficult project. It's really going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have towel down here so I can do lots of drips. And I'm just, it's more like playtime, to be honest. So that is about it as far as what I'm going to do. Not very complicated. Okay, loves, that is all I've got. All the info I have so far on this project. We'll see where it goes. Don't forget, the nesting early bird pricing ends today. And I think that's it. Just remember that color can speak to the soul in 1,000 ways. Color can bring up a memory. It can, and that can be sad or happy memories, but I'm talking happy today. I need some sunshine and some joy, so I'm finding all of my good memories, all of my favorite colors, and making some joy today. And I hope that you, if you decide to try the project or create something similar, you make joy for yourself, because it can speak to your soul. It's like a song. Color is like a song to me. There's so many times when I hear a song and it takes me back right to the first time I heard it, or to a great memory that was happening when that song was playing. And color does the same thing for me. So I hope today you create some joy for you with color, lots of color. And I hope that your Sunday is restful and peaceful. And I hope that you know how very much you are loved. All right, my loves, I'm going to get creating.